What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sandiva. And tonight I want to talk about the 9 accomplices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over here is Blue Rock TV and somebody else. But this is hot tea, hot chocolate, Hennessy, DJ Sky, Smiley, some random up here in the corner and some random right there. Now, this particular live is significant because all of these people was on live with Shiny Girl, which was February 2nd.
If you thought 2025 couldn't get any messier, buckle up, because this Ronnie Doe mystery just went from interesting TikTok rumor to FBI-level chaos, and somehow Chrisean Rock's name ended up smack in the middle like she ordered the drama on DoorDash. I mean, honestly, at this point, the universe sees her and says, yes, sprinkle her into everything, and the internet. Oh, the internet is eating this up like it's the season finale of a reality show that actually tried this year. Because apparently, Ronnie Doe didn't just disappear. He vanished in a way that has people whispering, yelling, crying, inventing conspiracies, and connecting dots that don't even exist. They're treating Google Maps like it's a crystal ball. They're treating Chrisean's Instagram story like it's a confession letter. And they're treating Blueface like he's the Netflix documentary narrator. None of us asked for dot, and trust me, this mystery has more twists than a Kardashian PR strategy and more plot holes than Blueface's explanations. But here's the kicker. New evidence dropped. And it has fans convinced Chrisean knows something, whether she actually does or the internet is just bored. That's the real mystery dot, and today, we're diving all the way in. The Ronnie Doe mystery didn't start loud. It started like every viral disaster does nowadays. One confusing post, 2 blurry screenshots, and a million people acting like they suddenly graduated from Detective University with honors. Ronnie was just a regular dude in the background of the internet until the day he wasn't. Until the day people realized his socials went silent. His location tags stopped updating, and his group chat messages turned from bro you up to bro where you at real fast. And the more people tried to explain it, the more the story bent, twisted, and spiraled like a toddler trying to do origami. The first red flag was a late-night post from a random cousin claiming something ain't right with Ronnie. That one sentence spread faster than a celebrity cheating rumor, because 2 hours later, TikTok detectives were already stitching videos together, adding dramatic music, and whispering like they were exposing classified government documents. Every theory got wilder, every detail got exaggerated, and the name Ronnie Doe suddenly had more reach than half the rappers fighting for clout on Instagram Live. Then someone noticed something that broke the internet in half. Ronnie's last online interaction happened on a post from Chrisean Rock. That was it. That was the spark, the match, the gasoline. The internet took that tiny crumb and baked a whole scandal sandwich out of it with extra seasoning. Because when people saw Ronnie commented under Chrisean's live weeks ago, the narrative shifted from where is Ronnie to Chrisean knows something, as if the girl isn't already dealing with 17 fights, 12 beefs, and a baby with an opinion of his own. By sunrise, hashtags were trending. People were making timelines, mapping out locations, comparing shadows in pictures like they were running a crime lab from their bedroom. And meanwhile, nobody could even confirm whether Ronnie was missing, hiding, or just vibing somewhere without Wi-Fi. But logic doesn't matter when the internet is bored. They want chaos, and chaos they will create. Even if they have to drag Chrisean into the storyline like she's the lead actress in a show she didn't audition for. What made things worse were the screenshots, so yes. The infamous, blurry, low-quality, possibly cropped screenshots that people treat like they're carved into stone tablets. These screenshots allegedly showed Ronnie messaging someone saying he was going to link up with someone who could change his life, which the internet, of course, assumed meant Chrisean. Because who else is dramatic enough for a line like that? It couldn't possibly mean his cousin, a job interview, or a therapist, No, it had to be Chrisean Rock. The internet said so. Then came the audio leak. The audio that had people clutching their pearls even though half the words were muffled, distorted, and sounded like someone recorded it on a cracked Android underwater. In the clip, a voice that may or may not be Ronnie said something that may or may not have been she. Knows that vague sentence alone started a digital manhunt so intense you'd think people were searching for the holy grail. Comment sections became war zones. People were arguing, theorizing, and diagnosing imaginary clues like they were auditioning for CSI, TikTok edition. But the moment things truly exploded was when fans started digging into Chrisean's recent posts, looking for hidden codes like she was sending subliminal Morse signals. One blurry selfie of her in a hoodie turned into she's hiding something. A video of her laughing turned into she's covering guilt. A picture of her eating wings turned into that's the face of someone. Who knows where Ronnie is? He'd reached the point where Chrisean couldn't even post a picture of her shoes without someone replying. Blink twice if Ronnie's safe. The story escalated again when someone claimed they saw Ronnie at a gas station 2 cities away. But because the internet never met a rumor it didn't love, that turned into Ronnie was running, then Ronnie was hiding, then Ronnie was being chased, then Ronnie was spotted with a girl with blue hair. And guess who everyone thinks of when they hear blue hair? Right, the internet played connect the dots with the toddler's level of accuracy but Olympic-level confidence. And then Chrisean said one sentence during a live stream. Y'all weird. That's it. That's all she said. But the internet turned that into a confession, a denial, a threat, a clue, a puzzle, and a prophecy. People slowed her video down, analyzed her tone, zoomed into her pupils like she had coordinates reflected in them. They were acting like she was holding the season finale script for Ronnie's life. With the mystery heating up, influencers started chiming in. Not helpful influencers, no, the chaotic ones. The ones who always find a way to insert themselves into drama like it's a group selfie. They posted reaction videos with titles like Ronnie Doe update, I'm shaking, even though they had zero new information and were just shaking for the thumbnail. They repeated rumors, stretched statements, and acted like the FBI personally briefed them over FaceTime. Meanwhile, Ronnie's own family provided even more confusion. One cousin said he was missing. Another said he was fine. A third said he needed time away. A fourth posted, mind your business. The inconsistency only fueled the internet's obsession. Because nothing makes people dig deeper than being told to mind their business. It's like waving a red cape in front of a bull that's holding a smartphone. The most viral twist came when a random neighbor claimed they heard shouting from Ronnie's place the night before he went silent. They didn't say who was yelling. They didn't say what was said. They didn't say if it even happened that night. But that didn't stop Twitter from turning it into a full-blown dramatic reenactment. Suddenly, people were imagining Chrisean at Ronnie's door demanding answers like she was starring in a Lifetime movie. And the theories got even wilder. Some said Ronnie was working on a music project with someone close to Chrisean. Others claimed he had dirt on Blueface. A few even said he witnessed something he shouldn't have during an event nobody can confirm even existed. But the one thing they all agreed on without a single shred of evidence was that this couldn't just be a simple case of someone going silent. No, it had to be a conspiracy, a plot, a scandal with layers so deep even Shrek would be impressed. What made everything even more dramatic was the sudden leak of a message allegedly from someone who knew Ronnie. It simply said he wasn't alone. That one sentence created more chaos than celebrity divorce papers. People began guessing who he meant, who wasn't alone referred to, and why this random person felt the need to drop a cryptic message instead of actual information. But because his name and Chrisean's name had crossed paths online once, twice, maybe 3 times, suddenly she was the internet's prime suspect. As debates raged on, one thing became clear: nobody was searching for the truth anymore. They were searching for the most dramatic version of the story. And when drama is the goal, logic is the first casualty. The Ronnie Doe mystery evolved into a roller coaster of accusations, theories, and assumptions fueled by screenshots, side comments, and people who treat gossip like gospel. And through it all, Chrisean remained the unwilling star of a mystery she didn't ask to be part of. The kind of storyline that proves once again, when the internet decides you're involved, you might as well grab popcorn. Because they're going to drag you into the plot whether you know anything or not. The internet didn't just escalate the Ronnie Doe mystery, it detonated it. Within hours, Twitter turned into a digital courtroom with zero rules, no judge, and millions of people screaming guilty at random screenshots like they were presenting evidence to the Supreme Court. And of course, every clip involving Chrisean Rock became Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and Exhibit we don't even know anymore. People were analyzing her old interviews, her slurred rants, her live sessions, and even the way she blinked. According to the internet, every move she made was a clue. Blink too slow. She's hiding something. Blink too fast. She's panicking. Blink normally. She's plotting. Blink normally. She's plotting. Memes exploded everywhere. Someone posted a fake headline saying, "Chrisean Rock last seen near mystery portal where Ronnie disappeared," and people retweeted it like it was a government warning. Another meme showed her holding a magnifying glass like Sherlock Holmes with the caption, "I solved it. He ain't missing." And the wildest part, people were actually debating in the comments like it was serious. Because nothing fuels confusion like memes presented with extreme confidence. Things took an even stranger turn when influencers on TikTok began channeling the energy of the case. One self-proclaimed spiritual reader claimed she felt Ronnie's aura hovering between worlds. Another said Chrisean's frequency was unstable. A third insisted the universe was revealing signs through birds. This had nothing to do with anything. But TikTok never lets that stop them. The more random the explanation, the more people believe it. And of course, Blueface couldn't stay silent. No, Blueface, king of unnecessary commentary, had to chime in. He posted something cryptic like, "Y'all don't know the half," then immediately logged off, leaving the internet foaming at the mouth. People started speculating like he dropped a national secret. There were threads analyzing his emojis, theories saying he knew Ronnie personally, and TikToks claiming he was indirectly confessing something even though he probably wrote the tweet half asleep with one eye open. The internet turned into a full-blown soap opera writer's room. Some people created entire timelines with zero proof, adding events that never happened, locations nobody confirmed, and motives that made no sense whatsoever. One theory claimed Ronnie witnessed a fight between Chrisean and a mysterious figure. Another said he accidentally recorded something on his phone. A third insisted he was planning to expose someone. By the time fans were done, Ronnie had become the main character of a 20-episode crime drama that would make even Netflix ask, "Y'all good?" But then came the twist nobody expected. An old clip resurfaced of Ronnie joking about wanting to meet someone famous one day. And because the internet loves misinterpreting things more than breathing. This became the final puzzle piece for the delusional theorists. They spun this into a prophecy, claiming Ronnie foreshadowed meeting Chrisean, and that this entire mystery was somehow connected to that joke. Meanwhile, Ronnie probably said it while eating chips and not thinking deeper than his next snack. Comment sections turned into gladiator arenas. People defending Chrisean were battling conspiracy theorists like it was a Marvel crossover event. One side screamed, "Leave her alone." The other side yelled, "She knows something." And the middle group just wanted popcorn. Every update, every rumor, every blink of an eyelash became content. Even Ronnie's old schoolmates were jumping in with statements like he always kept to himself, as if that meant he was secretly part of a crime thriller. The moment celebrities reacted, the chaos doubled. Jason Lee posted a screenshot with the caption, "Insane if true," even though he had no context. Cardi B tweeted a single emoji, and people acted like she delivered a State of the Union address. Even Tamer chimed in, quoting a random rumor and saying chilly, which of course the internet treated like confirmation of something. Nobody knew what. Meanwhile, people were editing fake DMs claiming Chrisean reached out to them. Some of the messages were so obviously photoshopped they looked like they were written in Microsoft Word, but people still shared them like gospel. Even the fake ones went viral because nothing spreads faster than a good lie with terrible graphic design. Some posts claimed Chrisean threatened Ronnie. Others said she knew his location. One even said she hired someone to handle business, which sounded like a line from a low-budget gangster movie. TikTokers started visiting places where Ronnie was allegedly last seen, even though no one could confirm any of the locations. They pointed at random houses, alleys, and grocery stores, filming themselves narrating dramatic backstories like they were auditioning for a crime documentary. Half of them probably trespassed without realizing it. But cloud is cloud, and detective cosplay gets views. Then the internet discovered a blurry photo of a man who looked vaguely like Ronnie standing near a car. It could have been anyone. It could have been a garden gnome with good lighting. But people zoomed in, adjusted shadows, and claimed it was undoubtedly him. They circled random parts of the image like, "Look at the ear shape," as if ear shapes solve mysteries. And when someone pointed out the car in the photo looked similar to one Chrisean posted months ago, that was enough to send TikTok spiraling. Suddenly, there were side-by-side comparisons of taillights, color tones, and reflections in the window. One creator even drew red arrows everywhere like they were mapping out a military operation. You'd think at this point, people would realize the story was getting ridiculous. But no, this was the internet. Double down or go home. So when a live stream surfaced of Chrisean looking tired, people said that was proof she was hiding something. They ignored the fact she had a baby, a career, and drama raining on her 24/7. No compassion. No empathy, just conspiracy theories cooked up by people who still believe the earth might be hollow. The memes grew even more chaotic. Someone posted a photo of Dora the Explorer holding a map with Ronnie's name scribbled in. Another person made a mock movie poster titled, "Finding Ronnie, a Chrisean Rock Story." Someone else created a fake trailer with dramatic music, jump cuts, and a narrator saying, "In a world where logic doesn't exist." It went viral instantly. When Blueface reacted again, things hit a new level of absurd. He tweeted, "Y'all reaching harder than gymnasts," which was true, but people still acted like it was code. Some claimed he was mocking the situation. Others said he was covering for someone. A few insisted he was deflecting. It didn't matter that he probably typed it while eating cereal and ignoring everyone. His words became fuel for another 48 hours of madness. And then fans started interviewing random people who claimed to know Ronnie. Some gave believable stories. Others sounded like they made everything up on the spot. One guy said Ronnie was on a spiritual journey. Another said he saw him manifesting by the river. A third claimed Ronnie told him he was about to do something crazy. But when asked what, he said Ronnie spoke in riddles. None of this made sense. But every clip went viral because confusion is entertainment now. At this point, the mystery had evolved beyond Ronnie himself. It became a cultural event, a collective obsession, a giant, tangled bowl of rumors, exaggerations, and people projecting their own insecurities onto strangers. And through it all, Chrisean's name kept getting dragged through the mud like she signed up to be the villain in a story nobody fully understood. But the most shocking twist hadn't even arrived yet. Because when new footage surfaced grainy, shaky, and suspiciously cropped, it was enough to send the entire internet into a frenzy unlike anything the case had seen so far. Even the calm people lost their minds. Because whatever was in that clip, it changed everything. The new footage that surfaced wasn't even clear. It looked like it was filmed on a calculator from 2004, but the internet treated it like the Zapruder film. It showed a figure, possibly Ronnie, possibly a lamp walking near a parking lot, and behind him, a blurry shape that someone on Twitter zoomed into so aggressively the pixels filed a complaint. That blurry shape, according to the internet's expert conspiracy analysts, resembled Chrisean Rock, not her face. Not her clothes, not anything identifiable, just a shape with vibes. Apparently, vibes are enough to convict someone in 2025. The clip instantly became the most dissected piece of media since the dress that broke the internet. Influencers paused it frame by frame to point out clues, which were mostly shadows, reflections, and imagination. One TikToker even claimed the blurry shape moved like Chrisean. Yes, moved like her. As if they're studying her walk cycle like it's a video game animation. People were analyzing stride length, posture, and shoulder angles like forensic scientists. And the wildest part, they did it with complete confidence, even though the footage looked like it was captured through 3 layers of fog. Then came the edits. Oh, the edits. Fan pages slowed the footage down to dramatic music. Others stitched it with Chrisean's old videos to compare movement patterns. Some creators used AI to enhance the blurry figure, but the results ranged from a stick figure to an alien. None of it looked remotely like Chrisean, but that didn't stop the internet from screaming, "It's her!" At every pixel, the situation escalated to the point where people started knocking on the door of Ronnie's last known apartment building asking neighbors if they'd seen Chrisean. Because nothing screams logical investigation like random fans interrogating strangers. A woman who lived 3 floors up said she once heard someone humming loudly. That alone got twisted into Chrisean was there, even though the humming could have been anybody with mediocre rhythm. Ronnie's family finally released a statement, but it only made everything worse. They said, "We are aware of the rumors. Please stop spreading lies." That was it. 2 sentences. But the lack of details drove the internet into a frenzy. People said the family was hiding something. Others said the family was scared. Some claimed this proved Chrisean's involvement, because apparently if anyone says stop lying online, it automatically means that lie was 60% true. Meanwhile, celebrities kept reacting. The Shade Room posted a cryptic poll asking whether people believed the footage. Jason Lee said he was hearing things. Blueface went live and simply said, "Man, y'all weird," then ended the stream. That alone created 15 new theories, 3 podcasts, and a Twitter space with 9,000 people arguing about nothing. Some insisted his tone implied guilt. Others said he knew something deeper. In reality, Blueface probably just wanted breakfast, but the internet had officially lost control. They were editing Chrisean into the footage with arrows and neon circles, treating it like a college PowerPoint presentation. One creator even used Google Earth to map out possible escape routes, acting like Ronnie was fleeing a cartel. They traced lines, circled trees, and added color-coded zones. It looked impressive until you realized they were basing everything on shadows from a video that could have been filmed on Mars, and just when you thought it couldn't get crazier. Someone leaked a supposed message from Ronnie. It contained exactly 3 words. "I'm not alone." There was no proof it came from him. No timestamp. No context. It could have been written by anyone, including the bored cousin who started all this mess. But it didn't matter. The internet treated it like scripture. People analyzed the handwriting like it was a confession letter. Graphologists showed up uninvited. Even spiritual TikTok started claiming they sensed Ronnie's energy shifting. Theories snowballed. People said Ronnie was kidnapped. Others said he was hiding. Some insisted he staged his own disappearance for clout. A few even claimed the whole thing was a PR stunt for a music video. And of course, every theory somehow looped back to Chrisean, because the internet never lets go once they latch onto a storyline. They dragged her through the mud like she was the villain of a telenovela when Chrisean finally addressed the rumors again. Her message was simple: stop putting me in stuff, but that only added fuel to the fire. People twisted it into she's distancing herself. Others said it sounded rehearsed. A few claimed she looked calm, as if calmness is now incriminating behavior. The woman could have sneezed, and they'd say it was Morse code for "I know where Ronnie is." Reporters reached out to everyone remotely connected to the situation. Ronnie's barber, his ex, his old gym teacher, even a guy who once sold him headphones. Everyone gave different answers. No two stories matched. But the inconsistency made people more certain something sinister was happening. Because nothing terrifies the internet more than the unknown. They'd rather create a dramatic narrative than accept boring reality. Memes got darker. One viral post showed a missing Logic poster with Chrisean's face in the corner. Another showed Ronnie photoshopped into a Scooby-Doo chase scene with Chrisean behind him. People laughed, shared, and exaggerated everything until the story didn't even resemble real life anymore. And that's when it finally hit everyone. This mystery became bigger than Ronnie. It became a culture-wide obsession, a digital tornado that sucked up anyone and anything in its path. Then, out of nowhere, Ronnie reappeared. Just like that. He posted a simple story. I'm good. Needed a break. No explanation. No conspiracy. No dramatic twist. Just vibes. And the internet cracked in half. Some people were relieved. Others were angry he didn't give details. A few even accused him of lying. They wanted a dramatic finale. Instead, they got the equivalent of someone walking into a room saying, "My bad, phone died." The backlash was immediate. People turned on Ronnie faster than a plot twist in a budget thriller. They said he wasted everyone's time. They accused him of clout chasing. They said he toyed with emotions. And somehow, despite everything, they still dragged Chrisean into it. She scared him into silence, one tweet said. She knows more than he's saying, another user insisted. The conspiracy didn't die just because Ronnie reappeared. No, the internet simply updated the script. Chrisean responded with one final comment, "Leave me out of it." But at this point, the narrative had a life of its own. People preferred the entertaining lie over the boring truth. And that's the saddest, funniest, most chaotic part of all this. Ronnie wasn't missing. The drama was. What the mystery left behind was damage. People's reputations were dragged. Families were stressed. Strangers became viral analysts. And Chrisean, who had nothing to do with any of it, ended up painted as the villain in a story powered entirely by boredom, obsession, and too much free time online. But deep down, everyone knew this wasn't the end. Because once the internet gets addicted to a scandal, it doesn't detox. It hunts for the next twist, the next rumor, the next name to drag into the storm. And the Ronnie Doe mystery was just the appetizer, the real chaos. It's still loading, and there you have it, the Ronnie Doe mystery, the internet's favorite new pastime, the digital circus nobody bought tickets to but everyone showed up for anyway. A saga built on blurry screenshots, bad Wi-Fi footage, chaotic tweets, and theories so wild even Netflix would reject them for being unrealistic. And if this roller coaster proved anything, it's that the internet is undefeated at turning confusion into primetime entertainment. One missing notification, one random shadow, one tired selfie, boom, it's a conspiracy. But listen, if you survive this madness with your sanity intact, you deserve a trophy, or at least a like. So go ahead and smash that like button like it owes you money, because around here, scandals don't sleep, they multiply. And trust me, the next one is probably already bubbling somewhere on TikTok right now, waiting to explode at 3 a.m. when everyone's bored and chaotic. Make sure you drop a comment too. Tell me what theory you believed, what twist caught you off guard, or which internet detective needs their phone confiscated immediately. I read all the comments, especially the messy ones. And of course, hit that subscribe button before the next scandal drops. Because this channel doesn't just report drama, it sets IT on fire. If you want nonstop chaos, unpredictable plot twists, celebrity meltdowns, internet investigations, and stories so dramatic they make reality TV look like a church picnic, you're in the right place. This is where the scandals come to be reborn, exaggerated, and carried straight into your bloodstream. Welcome to Scandal Spark, where the truth is wild. The lies are wilder, and the drama never takes a day off.